On this cold, wet, and foggy morning, we're embarking on a journey, and you know from the thumbnail and title what that journey is. Yep, we are going to Chena Hot Springs. I accidentally started a tradition where I go on September 10th every year. Last 2 years I've done it with the Charger. This year, we're going to go with the Torino. Despite owning this car for 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it is, I've never actually driven it this far in one go. The furthest I've taken it was Solcha, and it did fine. I don't know why I just haven't driven it on a long trip. Well, actually, it's probably fuel mileage, which we'll be able to get an accurate read on this time around, because for the first time in years, I'll actually fill the tank before I head out there. The weather this time around isn't as nice as it has been the past 2 years, but we're going to still give it a go. Hopefully it clears up as we get out that way and we can enjoy some fall color, because that was the whole goal of doing this in the first place, was getting the Charger out there and getting some nice fall photos. This, however, is why I'm not driving the Charger this time around. Put a board under there, and it's even running off the board. I don't know where the fuck it's leaking from. It might just be that the pan gasket is so saturated. I don't see anything else, but I didn't have time to get that one ready to go, so it's Torino time. Let's see how it starts this morning. It's only about 40 degrees. Not terrible. Yesterday I checked all the fluids and gave everything a real quick once over. It's as sketchy as it usually is. Let's hope the rear end holds in there and hit the road and go grab some gas. So you're going to hear whistling through the door seals. That is not a wheel bearing going out, as somebody pointed out in another video. I just refuse to fix it because it costs money. So yeah. And here we are at Hot Springs Gas. You can see the branding is on point. Neat little building. We'll go ahead and throw some Marvel Mystery Oil in the tank just for good vibes. It feels so wrong just letting the pump run. This is gonna hurt a little bit. $74.60 to fill it up. Took 19 gallons at a quarter tank. And off we go. Let's hope actually filling the tank doesn't stir up a bunch of junk in the long run and bite us in the ass. My biggest concern is going to be the condition of the road and whether or not this car is going to keep smacking the cross member, but I guess we'll see. The fall colors are coming through pretty good on camera. I know it's nothing much compared to you guys over in New England and whatnot, but for what it is, it's still pretty. and we've made it. For those of you who are unfamiliar, it is literally the end of the road. You can't miss it. It is not currently raining, so I think we should go take a gander around. Let's just check all the wheels a second. All of them dead cold, that's nice. The upside down Jeep grill is a nice touch. Now the resort, of course, being named Hot Springs, is focused around their hot springs and pools and everything. I'm going to look more at the machinery and old vehicles sitting around here, because that's what the channel's primary focus is. A lot of neat old stuff sitting around here. I just saw some tourists taking pictures with the Torino. That was pretty cool. That's neat. That's really neat. I remember staying in this campground as a kid, long time ago. This little bridge is one of my favorite places out here. We were here one year, and it had just snowed, if I remember right, and it looked really cool. Slightly rickety, but as is everything in Alaska. It's just really calming. Neat old water truck. But then check this out. I wonder if they'd be interested in a trade. Just look at the size of these tires. I'm standing upright underneath this thing right now. Pretty neat for sure. Just look at the fall colors. It's fucking beautiful out here. We'll get to the plane in just a minute. You're not supposed to drive over the grass. It must have been raised in a barn. Here we have bona fide snow from their ice hotel right here. Yep, won't be long until this is just on the ground everywhere. But look up the hotel, it's pretty neat. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get the car back here to do a picture like I have with the Charger the past couple years. It's a little bit more blocked off in trailers this time. But we'll get a good look at the plane here. You can see the artwork right there. Pretty nice. Neat old fire truck. The combo looks pretty good sitting out here. This is what I really like about resorts and places like this. It's not necessarily the resort itself, but how they've decorated the surroundings. Along with the campground and the hotel, which you'll see later, they have cabins you can rent, and it looks pretty nice back here. I'm sure it's pretty pricey, but the aesthetic is pleasing. Let's see if there's any ducks in the pond today. I don't see any. They might be in the other heated one. If you're like me, as you wander around places like this, you gotta wonder how many of these just yard art pieces would fire back up again and drive. Like this one, for instance, looks relatively complete. I don't see why it wouldn't, per se. Back here they have their greenhouse and this interesting dragon statue. I've never really understood why they have a dragon statue out here. The theme doesn't really go with anything else, but it's neat nonetheless. An awesome chair made out of gears. A little wet though, so I'm not going to try that out at the moment. Here's the back end of the dragon. This is one of my favorite little buggies out here. You always have to have the pile of antlers if you have some sort of attraction up in Alaska. Super old Polaris. I love that a lot of the graphics are still showing through. an old Dodge. Now you're speaking my language. This one doesn't run either, coincidentally. Super cool looking. One day I hope I have the kind of property where I can actually have yard art like this out and it doesn't just look trashy. There's another hotel out that way, more cabins here. If you couldn't tell, this is the pool building. This is the indoor pool. The outdoor pool is right over there. Neat carved bench. That dude with the electric bike came up from Florida. Super nice guy. Everywhere you look out here, there are just farm implements and everything sitting around. No ducks in this pond either today. We might get skunked. Take a look at their garden a second. Looks like it's doing pretty good. We have been getting kind of chilly overnight, so hopefully they can hang on for a while yet. I'm sure they probably use all of this in the restaurant over that way. Just look at the steam coming off of every body of water out here. What you can't smell is everything reeks of sulfur. There's a ton of various different pump houses and everything around here. I always think it's neat to look at how places like this actually work. I'm not sure if I'll walk up to the Aurorium today. We're kind of tight on time. If not, I'll put some pictures up of previous years when I have. This is the outdoor pool here. Well, we have found the ducks. Apparently it's their nap time. Well, we've seen the ducks. It'd be neat to find a moose in one of these now. The water cannon is a nice touch. Just look at the fall colors. It's beautiful. Sketchy Bridge number 782. Less sketchy bridge. Their corn maze needs a little bit of work still. Hello, friend. How are you doing today? I'll leave you alone now. The amount of ammo box planters around this place is astonishing. There's a cool lineup of old trucks over here. Look at the plate on that. Just a few spare bits in the bed. Ford's gotten just a little bit smushed. Studebaker or DeBaker. More planters. Spare tire, that's nice. Some of the mud around here is just slime. I'd bet you this one probably runs. It looks pretty nice. This one runs too. They also have goats out here. Old tractor hood over there. How are you doing? never actually been in their museum here. It might just mean the old stuff out front of the building, I'm not sure. I believe this is what powers the whole place, this building. If I remember right, we identified this as a Willie's Night at one point. Not every day you see a covered wagon. Not super old, but pretty neat. Take another look at this old Ford tractor. It is in really, really good condition. See you later. I do believe that's most of the older stuff they have sitting around here. We'll go take a look at the rec center and head over to the gift shop and grab a sticker. Oh, Activatorium, excuse me, not rec center. Here's another map of the place. Fish. Here's what we came for, the stickers. Gold has not found me yet. I remember this gift shop from being a child. We would always come out here whenever family visited Alaska. Well, I believe that's going to do it for the actual Chena Hot Springs portion of the trip. I got my sticker. We should probably check the oil a minute and then head out. Let's see what it's showing. Hopefully there's something on the stick yet. Oh yeah, we're good to go. This car just looks so good here. This is why you need to drive your old shit to cool places. Everything else in this parking lot is just a shapeless blob or a modern truck. There's a big tour group of people heading over the bridge right now, and it's only a single lane to get in and out of here, so we'll just sit tight for a minute. Nobody stole my tools, so that's nice of them. One day I'll need to come back and spend a little bit more time here, maybe actually go in one of the pools for the first time this decade. But for the time being, I think we're going to head on out. We're probably getting about 10 miles a gallon. I'll calculate all that when we get back to Hot Springs Gas and top it off and see what exactly we've used. Still can't get over the fall color. Super nice. They're still blocking the bridge. That's neat. They all took pictures as I drove by. I'm sure that looks pretty cool. And the cruise back to town begins. understand why people gotta blow by you when you're already going over 60 on a 2-lane road, but whatever. And I always stop here at Rosehip Campground to get a picture of the car. Stopped in at Two Rivers here. Torino's still looking pretty good. Another part of the ritual of this trip was to stop into that little gas station and grab a Hot Wheels. Back at Hot Springs Gas, in the trip we used 7.84 gallons. Cows. So I pulled away from the gas station because I don't want to be one of those people who just blocks pumps for no reason, and calculated the fuel mileage. So take a guess and put it down in the comments. I'll throw a screenshot up of the calculations themselves, but it came out to 13.59 miles a gallon. And honestly, that is a lot better than I thought this was going to get. I was figuring worst case, maybe 8. So I'll take it, especially since we were cruising 60 most of the way. Well, we made it to the dirt road section, and that means we're home. And the fact that we're home means it's raining again. Yay. Well, once again, that was a neat little trip. Third year we've done it on September 10th. Again, first 2 years were the Charger. Next year, who knows what we'll take. Maybe it'll be the convertible. The Torino did really well. I wasn't expecting much else from it, but it's an old car. You never really know what's going to happen. I'm sure one year I'll get caught out by something stupid. I was able to avoid most of the frost heaves in the road except one. We had one really good clonk off the cross member up front, but I don't see any damage to anything. So we probably made it by without, wrecking the car. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And if you could click on the recommended video, it's going to show you at the end here. That would be greatly appreciated. I hope everybody's having a great day. And fall season in general. Hopefully we can do a few more adventures before the snow starts to fly. Until next time, I will catch you in the next video.